Following his long and substantive conversation with President Donald Trump, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky announced that he will travel to Washington, D.C. on Monday for direct talks. This meeting is expected to be pivotal, offering Kyiv an opportunity to secure commitments from Trump on military support, sanctions policy, and long-term guarantees. For President Zelensky, the trip is not only about securing the United States backing, but also about ensuring that Ukraine's voice is central in negotiations that could otherwise risk being dominated by Washington and Moscow. The Ukrainian leader has consistently warned against any settlement that sacrifices Ukraine's sovereignty or territorial integrity. His upcoming meeting with President Trump will test how far the United States is willing to go in balancing engagement with Russia while still backing Ukraine's survival and independence. While in parallel, European officials have revealed that security guarantees for Ukraine form part of Trump's conversations in Alaska. This could take various forms, which includes expanded NATO-like assurances without full membership, bilateral defense pact, or long-term arms commitment. Such guarantees are seen as essential to persuading Kyiv to consider any peace framework. Now, on the ground, amid these diplomatic maneuvers, the war itself continues to rage on. In a recent message shared on X, formerly Twitter, President Zelensky provided a stark reminder of Ukraine's ongoing struggle. He reported to the nation after receiving updates from Commander-in-Chief Alexander Syrsky, emphasizing that Ukrainian forces are holding firm along the entire front line. Zelensky highlighted recent successes in the Donetsk region, particularly around Bropilia and Pokrov, crediting elite units including the Azov National Guard, the 7th Air Assault Corps, the 38th Separate Marine Brigade, and the 93rd Mechanized Brigade. He also noted that Russia's attempts to penetrate Ukrainian defenses had been repelled, with Kyiv capturing additional Russian soldiers, referred to as strengthening Ukraine's exchange fund for future prisoner swaps. Crucially, Zelensky warned that Moscow may intensify its offensives in the coming days to create political leverage during global negotiations. Ukraine, he stressed, is monitoring Russian troop movements and preparing asymmetric responses if necessary. His message closed with gratitude to Ukraine's defenders and a rallying cry of resilience, saying glory to Ukraine. Now, Zelensky's recent post only underscores the dual realities of the war. While high-level talks are on the way abroad, Ukraine's survival still depends on daily combat victories on the ground. The tweet illustrates Kyiv's determination to maintain battlefield momentum, reinforce morale, and remind allies that any diplomatic settlement must reflect realities shaped by Ukrainian soldiers' sacrifice. The world watches the movement on the battlefield and the delicate maneuvers at the negotiation table, and one thing has stood out: Ukrainians' resilience. It has kept the war from tilting completely in Russia's favor. While international diplomacy continues to search for a breakthrough, Trump's renewed push for a peace deal, Zelensky's determination to secure guarantees for his nation, and Putin's calculated posture all converge at a moment that feels decisive, but still uncertain. The stakes could not be higher. The choices made now will not only shape Ukraine's future, but also the credibility of diplomacy itself in an era marked by conflict and shifting powers. Now we wonder, are we coming to the end of this war in Ukraine? The world would give a great sigh of relief if that's the case. But if this is just another one of Putin's games, that would be quite a sad reality for the entire world and especially Ukraine. And now over to you, Mr. Tapa the King, as we let you and your panelists dissect on this topic as it affects the entire globe if it escalates.